Hey up peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Get Tries with Final Fantasy XIV part... Oh god, I forgot, is it 197? I don't know, you tell me, it's in the title, as we keep saying. Right, if you're new, welcome. Don't expect anything fancy and flash, because you ain't going to get it on this channel. And if you're one of my regulars, welcome back. Love you all. And thank you for keep sticking with me. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. You know which 25 of you it is. It's about that, isn't it? Fair play to you. You must be bloody mental, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Right, let's crack on. I'm waffling because I'm trying to remember what we're meant to be doing. Speak with Alice. There we go. Forgive me, that was an unseemly display. What was? I forgot. I've been to bed since then. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any... What did? Hey, it's Airy Builder. I can't remember what she did. We have borne the two of them to a private chip. Oh, yes, they passed out, didn't they? Yeah, Ishtola and... Who was the other one? Oranges, yeah. Orangey. But tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so. Given the circumstance, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lise. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and may it be cured. That we will, Harry. That we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Oh, no, I was going to get naughty then. I'll get banned. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limps of the Mincer. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Who we going to go and see then? See you later, Harry. Who are we going to see? Speak with Alice at Maelstrom Command, which is where... Oh, shit. Oh, it might not be too bad. Yes. Depends where it is on the floor, innit? What floor it's on. It's a bloody pain. La Nocia. We'll work out which level you're on. How to get up to the next one. Well, I can't remember. It's been a while. Anyway, how you're all diddling? I hope we're all alright. Nice day again today. Cloudy, but it's warm. Warming up nicely. Right, I'm here. Back that way, is it? That way. No. Maybe that way. I don't know. Where are we going? Got plenty of purple ones round here. Where are we meant to be going? Can we zoom in a bit? Let's try the lift attendant. Maelstrom Command. I don't know. Let's try it. Drowning Wench. See what deck floor we're on. I'm confused. Shut it. I know, but I don't need you to keep reminding me. I spent 405 gil to get there. Bloody hell. I'm never going to get me house. Ah, looks like I'm on right level. How do I get out of this place? That way. And that way. Here she is. What's he got then? Nah. As you probably guessed, it's Gaboo we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the maelstrom took it in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taking the edge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Bearer of the torch, Carly Moonlight. Give you a shout out, whoever you are. Who was Gaboo? I can't remember. Oh, yes.
Here he is, my lady.
Yes, I remember him.
Gaboo, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphinaud and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now.
Well, I can't remember what night it was. What it was, I can't remember.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations. Of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You still have me. You don't have to bear this burden alone. You don't have to do it alone.
No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Speak with Alice. Oh. Wish you weren't there a second ago. Let's return to the... Oh, shit. Rising Stars will take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. And she's off. Bloody great. Oh, I was speaking with my sons. What day did I see them? Sunday. And they asked me how I was getting on with this, how far I'd got, and I said I'd completed the third one. And he says, "Oh, you're on to Shadow Bringers, or it was called." I said, "Yeah." And then I told him what had happened with Alfie and everything, and he said, "Oh no, I haven't even started it yet. This is the bit in between the last one, Storm, whatever it was." So I thought, oh, right, okay. Right, so where we've got a Storm Commander. Right, bear with me one moment, please. Won't be a second. Right, I do beg your pardon. Somebody at the door. Postman. Delivered me new parcel. I bought a new camera for filming. Yeah, so I'll have to look at how to set all that up. A Canon Summit 3X3 Summit. Can't remember. It's meant to be good. Right, I've got to go to Rising Storms, haven't we? So more donor. Hang on. Oh, I might as well. Sod it. I was going to go to Ralga's Reach first and then to Rising Stones, but can't be arsed. Yeah, so this is like the fill-in between a Storm, whatever it was called, Stormbringer, whatever it was. Storm something, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was called now, which we completed, but this is like the interim bit leading up to Shadow, whatever it's called. I don't know, I can't remember these things. Right, so I don't know when we start all that. Where is he then? There's old Slaffborn. Yes. Ah, huge bit. Bloody lots in here. Do. Oh, this is Shaven Haven, isn't it? Yeah, Shaven Haven. Right, let's get into the Rising Stars. No, come on. Thank you. I haven't seen Tattoo for a while, have we? I did some thinking on the way back. I think Harry is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily we would turn to our own experts, but they're both stricken. Reach out to the guilds and research in Eorzea. Grandfather and Minchfiller had a wealth of connections between them. I mean to explore these avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days. Some of it for the good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. Oh yeah, waffle. Oh, shut up. Come on, next one. We want to do stuff. Ah. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Dum 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 dum.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate?
I'd have that zit removed if I was him.
Our enemy is resourceful.
Give it a squeeze.
Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
Does he not trust him?
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
Who's this guy then?
What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern.
Okay.
Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The Founding Father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos. Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alec.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices.
Bye-bye, Grandad.
Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
If he's an Ascian, I thought you couldn't I could be wrong. I thought you couldn't kill Ascians because of their life spirit. Yeah.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Come on, getting bored now. Bored now. Are we there yet? Ah, it's Alfie. Alfie! What in the world? All dead, see no wounds, nor evidence of battle. Damn them, they finally used it. Ah, Shadow Hunters. I forgot what they were called. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon. A gas, Black Rose it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this. I thought the project abandoned and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. It's here. Fools, what do they hope to gain? Can they not see what a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more promises must they lose? Nay, wait, this is not the work of men, but monsters, the Ascians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does not bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Ascians and put an end to their plot. Doing on time, about halfway. A history of Violet, whatever that was. Soul searching. Accept.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle, and Alphino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Cryo.
Kryle! I did not think you well enough to travel.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Yes, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, you should have.
Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
Albert
That
don't find
particular
it funny.
pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault. But I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me. All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Right, 3,500 gil. Still a way off. Oh god, we got to go there now, aren't we? Come on. Dravania. Right, I wonder if I can fly around here. I don't know. Right, let's pull this up. There we go. So I can't fly, I've got to make my own way down there then. Can't remember which way it is. Why can't you fly? Oh, bugger. Right, piss off, frog. And you. And you. I had heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse. Yeah, we know all that because we've been through it before last time we were here. Check on time. Here she is.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh. I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
We need your magic eye,
If I
love.
may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
What?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the brood mothers.
Excuse me. COVID.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
Where are they then? Not the Shadowlands, is it, whatever it's called?
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lise. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphinaud left with, is one of them.
Clutch my pearls.
I realise we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
There's plenty of time for that when you get old.
See if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
You can't beat a good dither, tell you.
Let's be off then.
Spend more Klebbies. Oh, what's this?
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Speak with Alice. So that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. Waffle, waffle, waffle. When Alfie is back, I'd like to visit again. Ask her what tale she has of grandfather. Complete. The news from Alamigo has left Alice in a state of nervous excitement. Can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us, but it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said. There's no point speculating. Off to the Alamigan quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Right. Guess we're off. Sanada Sarugaku. Hello, Sanada. You alright? Speak with Garabania. No, hang on. What am I doing? Left. Return. Yes. I'm not stupid. Not paying all that much when I'm going to that area. I'm doing 44 minutes. I've done a great deal this one, have we? Oh, there's that wedge one, isn't there? Or win. No, not interested. The hunt for Omega. Definitely do need to do that one though, don't we, at some point? But never mind. And now we can go to this one. Yeah, that's better. Which way are we going? That way? Do. Greetings, enter.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon.
Well, we know this.
As we stumbled,
We know that.
this shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alisaie head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphinaud too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Speak with Alice. Alf is safe for the present. All I need to worry about is the invasion. Let's go and talk to Lord Hien. We'll get this bit done and then we'll knock it on the head. Ulthard. Bloody hell. 1,000 gil. So much for earning all this money, I'm spending it bloody travelling. Can't I get a bus pass? A season ticket. Right. Do. Oh, right. Get this, speak with Hien, get it saved, get it loaded up to YouTube for you guys, and I need to watch some YouTubes on how to use a capture card for the PlayStation. Get it set up. Yes. Ken. Right. Hey, okay, Yogi. Greetings, my friends. Just discussing future endeavours. Right, sorry about that. Total game crash. Snipped that bit out and started again. So let's try again, shall we? We was just looking at future endeavours. He said, didn't he? And here we go. Coaching the Confederacy you already know, and it was our own strength of arms. We've also been joined by our neighbours from Nagzir and Dalmasca. These proud peoples are united under a single purpose. Glad to see your alliance is coming along. As things stand, I feel we will soon need your strength. Thank you for bringing me news of Alfie. His fate is never far from my thoughts. As for this sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report received from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. Seems certain the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allagan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes, I thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps Ceros Aegis or some such. Well, just a thought. The engineers report they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing. Have you time to attend the first test? I will come too if you don't mind, though I am no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Understood. Your mics are saddled and ready, my lord. Were the storms. And what we got? Nope. Nope. Spell speed. No, don't need spell speed. Skill speed. I'll get that one, I suppose. Skill speed will do. Da, 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 da. Right. That is where we shall leave it for today then. As always, thanks for the views, it's much appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, don't forget to dislike and let me know why. Anyway, till next time peeps, I'll see you.